I am going to assume that you pressed on this video because you lack confidence, right? Like you didn't just accidentally press on this video. I'm assuming it's because you don't feel solid inside yet. Like you overthink when you're talking to people. You get nervous when you're talking to a guy or a girl, and deep down inside, you know the kind of life that you want, but you just don't know how to get there because you lack the confidence. And I'm also going to assume that you've went and asked for people for advices on how you can be confident, and they told you something like, man, all you have to do is believe in yourself. And I'm assuming that you've tried it and you're like, man, this does not work. So in this video, I'm going to tell you why you don't have confidence yet and what actually builds confidence in real life that actually works. But I do want to tell you this is not a motivational video. There's no tricks to what I'm going to tell you. What I'm going to tell you is going to be the truth. Like, I'm going to respect the fact that you've pressed on my video. Thank you very much. So I'm going to give you the truth, and I'm going to keep it very transparent. So the very first thing that I need you to understand is that confidence is not who you are. Confidence is something that you build over time. Like, you're never born with confidence. Confidence is something that people build. Confidence shows up when your life is put together, when life makes sense for you. So if you're lacking confidence, it's because your life is messy and it's because you don't trust yourself. And I just want you to think about it for a sec. How many times do you tell yourself, I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow, and then you don't do it? Or how many times you tell yourself, I'm gonna go to the gym, and then you end up skipping it? Or how many times do you tell yourself, I'm gonna start saving money, and then you start spending even more? And every single time you start doing that, your brain is going to start picking up little habits. It's going to keep notes of all that, how inconsistent you are. And eventually your brain is going to start to tell itself, I don't trust you because you don't stick to your word. And as soon as your brain starts thinking like that, that is where low confidence starts. Let me give you a real life example. You see a very attractive girl walking on the street, or you see her at the park, or you see her somewhere at a cafe, whatever it is. Immediately in your head, you're like, wow, I didn't even know that God can create something so beautiful, like, holy. And then you're like, okay, you know what? I should go talk to her. But before you go and talk to her, after you've looked at her and you've hyped her up in your head and all that stuff, you start to tell yourself, she's out of my league. Like, wow, she's so pretty. Like, she's out of my league. And the moment you start to think like that and you say those words to yourself, now when you go talk to her, you're going to look very nervous. You're going to start messing up your words. You're going to be trying a little too hard. Or you're going to look like someone that's unsure. You look super uncomfortable. And it's not like she's doing anything to you, but the reason why all those feelings are happening, you're nervous, you're messing up your words, you're trying a little too hard, it's because before you went and spoke to her, you put her above you. You hyped her up in your head so much before you went and approached her, and you already said, hey, this girl's out of my league, that you've already classify her as someone that is way above your league, and you can't get her and you have no chance. But now let's change the script a bit. Let's just say you're someone that has their life together. You have a job, so you have money that is coming in. You respect yourself. You go to the gym. When you see her, you're not classifying her as someone that is out of my league. You're just classifying her as some other person that you just met. Yes, she is attractive, whatever, but you don't hype her up in your head. You just go and talk to her. Now, when you do talk to her, you're much calm. Your words are nice. You're not, trying too hard. Your posture is nice. When you're talking, you're not nervous. You're just chill. You're that chill guy. That right there, my friend, is what we call confident. A little confidence sometimes goes a long way. But let me give you a quick story. When I started going to the gym, I was very nervous. I can tell you that I did not have any confidence. When I first started going to the gym, I didn't know what I was doing because all I saw were people, grown men, lifting heavy, these great people that have these nice physiques, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just like this scrawny little kid that's coming in, and I'm lifting these light weights, and I'm like giving it my all, but you know how the gym has all these mirrors and stuff like that. So I'm looking at the mirrors and I'm like, yo, these people are probably looking at me and judging me, like, because I'm out here lifting like 25 pounds and like I'm a man, I feel like I should be lifting more. And and this is all happening in my head. I'm like, man, they're like, people are watching me, and I feel like I look very stupid right now, and I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. And because I was thinking like that, my gym sessions were not that long. I would go do a few little exercises, and then after that, I would go home. Or because I didn't want to work out around so many people, I would go at night, because at night, there's not a lot of people. There's like 2, 3, maybe 5, right? So I would feel more comfortable. And then after days go by, I saw this video on the internet. It said, no, comparison is the thief of joy. I believe it was something like that. And then I saw a few more other videos that saying, hey, no one's watching you, all this stuff. And then after that, I'm like, why am I thinking like that? Like, why am I saying all this stuff to myself? And then I looked in the mirror, maybe like 6 months of me going, and I saw some progress. So then I told myself that why do I feel like that if I see my own progress? Like, I shouldn't be comparing, or I shouldn't feel like that if I see that my own workouts are working out, like they're working. What I'm going to the gym is working, so I shouldn't feel like that. I should just work out and not care whatsoever what other people are saying or thinking or whatever is happening behind me. So I started going to the gym, but this time my mindset was different. This time I was like, you know what? I don't care if you're looking at me. I don't care if you think I'm doing the exercise wrong. I don't care if I'm doing the exercise wrong. I'm just going to work out, right? So now it's the same gym, but now it's a different mindset. Now I'm like, you know what? I belong. Regardless of whatever's happening to me, I know I belong because I've been coming here consistently. I see the progress, and yeah, you can lift as heavy as you want, more than me or whatever, but I belong. I belong here. And that's simply because confidence comes from proof. It does not come from your thoughts. Like, you can't just think about being confident and then the next day you're going to be confident. You're going to need proof, right? So if your life has no order, then confidence has nowhere to live. If you sleep all day, have no money, have no plans, have no direction, you're not going to feel confident, because the more you can move forward in life, the more confidence you're going to be able to build. Like, do you have a job? Do you have money? Do you have freedom? Do you have a plan? And you don't have to be rich. You just need some type of progress. Let me give you an example. You are meeting up with a group of your friends, same age as you. You are meeting up with your boys. You guys are all the same age. If you don't have your life together, you are going to feel small. But let's just say in the friend group, you have been improving the most. So when you hang out, you're that person that's very calm. You don't force anything. You don't yap around all the time. You're calm. You stand there. You don't complain about your life. That calmness that you have is called confidence. Why do you have that confidence? Is because you know yourself that you are making a lot of progress, and you know that outside of your friend group, you have things that are happening. I feel like people that don't have confidence give off a specific aura to them. And it's like, it screams, I am not confident. I feel like the best way to know is, for example, let's say there's a person that has no confidence. This person walks extremely fast every single time he speaks. Doesn't matter if it's with a girl, if it's with the boys, if it's in the group. Every single time he speaks, he fumbles his words. Yeah, maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know. Every single time you ask him, hey, do you want to go to this restaurant? I don't know. I'm not sure. You can pick. I'm not like, and every single time this person tries to explain something, he overly explains it. You know, he overly explains it. And then I went here and then I did this and I did this and then that. And you're like, yeah. I feel like that aura specifically just makes you nervous, right? So if you have some of those things in your personality, evaluate them, right? Do you walk fast like you're always in a rush when you're talking to people? Do your palms start to sweat even though there's nothing to be nervous about? When you explain something, do you overly explain it? Like, question those things about yourself. If you're like, man, I lack confidence, why? And just ask yourself, what are some things that I give off when I'm talking to somebody? And then you have the aura that confidence people give off. You know, they walk relatively slow. When they talk to you, they're talking to you at a good pace, just so you understand what they're saying. And they're not overly explaining everything. They're giving you all the information that you have to know because their time is precious. And when you see them standing up, they don't have their shoulders caved in like this. They're standing up very tall when they're talking to you because this is like it. This is good posture, right? And when they're standing up so straight, they're looking at you in their eyes, into your eyes when they're talking to you, and they're having this convo. And then you look at them and you're like, why are you looking at me like that? This guy is so weird. But honestly, that's just confidence, right? Because when they're talking to you, they want to study everything. Like I picked up a few things from people that I've seen that have like confidence, because I've met people in my life and I'm like, yo, he's looking at me in my eyes and I feel so uncomfortable. But and then I realized that's just part of being like comfortable. Somebody that is comfortable will do that. Someone that's comfortable will stand up straight. Someone that's comfortable, not comfortable, someone that is confident will not get upset if they get cut off. They'll just pause. They'll pause and they'll let you finish your sentence. And then after that, they will continue theirs afterwards, right? That's just confidence. You're like very composed, right? And again, all these things, you're not born with it. You have to teach it to yourself. Like you don't just wake up and I'm like, hey, I'm confident. I was born with confidence. No, you build it over time. You build it by the small things that you do every single day. And one thing that I need you to understand, that if you want to have confidence, you need to stop trying to be liked. Because you having confidence, that means that you need to stand on your own word. That means that you are in control over your emotions. Quick little example. Let's just say you say, I believe in God. You tell somebody, hey, I'm a believer in God, and that person disagrees with you. Someone that does not have confidence is going to take it back. Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. I take it back. Like, or I offended you because you're a non-believer and whatever. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I'll take it back. But if you have confidence, you're just going to explain yourself. Hey, I believe in God because X, Y, Z. This is what he did to me. And yeah, if you don't agree with it, that's cool, right? It is what it is. You're not arguing with a person, but this is it. This is my belief. I stand on it. I'm not going to take it back just because so I can make accommodations for your feelings or whatever. No, I'm a believer. This is why I'm a believer. And if you disagree and if you're not a believer, that's cool. Because confidence is not loud. Having confidence is not loud. Having confidence is very quiet. The person that has the most confidence is the person that is the most quiet in the room. He's the one that's listening and doing less talking. You've heard that the biggest yapper in the room is a person that lacks self-love, self-esteem, self-confidence, I don't know, but all these words. I don't know. But all I'm saying is, if you want confidence, you need to build it, because it's not something that's going to simply come to you. And yes, you might have to cut some bad habits. You might have to even cut a few friends, because your friends are going to reflect you, and you are who you hang out with. And if you haven't heard of that, trust me when I say it is real. You are who you hang out with. And if you have a bunch of clowns around you, you are also going to be a clown. If you have 3 friends and all 3 of them are clowns, you are the 4th one. So you can't be confidence. You can't have confidence and around your environment it's just full of clowns, right? So if you want to develop your confidence, you need to start building it ASAP. Do not wait for it to come to you. Evaluate yourself, understand who you are, understand the kind of person that you're trying to be. And yes, there's multiple things on the internet, on YouTube, where you can study from. That's how I started. I'll tell you that much. There are so many people that I'm like, wow, I like the way this person speaks. I like the way this person carries himself. Let me study him a little bit more. Let me buy his book so I can understand how he writes and how he talks. All these things, you have to build it. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's going to be boring, but nothing comes easy in life. You have to put a little bit of work in it to earn it. So build a life that you respect and do the things that you say you're going to do and have order that is in your life. And that is all you're going to need to build your own confidence. And yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to take a lot of work, but I know that you can do it. If I can do it and so other people can do it, I'm pretty sure you can as well. Guys, if you have made it to this point, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a comment, and I will keep you in my prayers. God bless you. Peace.